We're back.
Welcome to Curb Appeal TV.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, today's podcast we'll be talking about this month in sales, YouTube, Instagram, our social media experience.
And it's our 1 month anniversary.
1 month in, posting every day on the social
Thank
media.
you, Curb Appeal fam.
Yeah, almost combined across all the platforms, about 100,000 views. And then on YouTube alone, I checked this morning again, it was about 57,000 views for May. So we're doing pretty good. Up to 120-something subs. So if you're watching the video now and you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe,
Yes.
like, and comment.
Yep.
In that order.
And this month we've been, of course, learning about what works, what doesn't work, what our audience is looking for, and what most people seem to give, I guess, more engagement on what we're posting. So appreciate the feedback from everybody that's supporting us. And, of course, the people we know in our lives, too, that are watching at the dealership, friends, family, all that. And it's been a pretty cool experience so far.
Very well said, my friend.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I 100% agree. You guys are along with us along the ride, seeing all of our trials and tribulations, our learning curves, and growing with us.
Yeah.
Which is always a good thing, man.
Yeah, it's cool to, even though, it's been, 31 days total now, not counting today, and posted twice every day on YouTube and Instagram, and it was cool to see as we were learning the editing, different apps, tools, some AI.
And gradually getting better at it.
Yeah.
Like, surprisingly, to the point to where, like,
It really is
it's starting to get a little bit easier.
Yeah, and it really is like a skill or like a muscle, The more you work at it, the better you get, and the luckier you get, I feel like, too, as the harder you continue to work. So
It's funny, man. That's that momentum.
yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
Everything starts to fall in place. The more you stick to the plan, the more things fall in your lap.
yeah. It's been really interesting. And two, now that we've been able to work on the site, some merch, we'll have some new products up here soon, as well as some ads we'll be putting together, reels, stylized type videos, more kind of cinematic or point of view, and we'll be putting that together to show you what we've been working on as far as merch and some different video ideas too.
In other words, get excited because we're excited.
Yes. Yep. And like this past month too, of course, in the car business, it seems like we both had a pretty good month selling cars.
Yep.
And doing this and that at the same time, of course, we probably work, I think, on average.
It's tricky, man.
Probably what you think, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week.
I've been in the office every day since Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Yeah.
And even today, we met at the dealership before we came here. Phil had to take care of a customer, and I was ready to get to work on the curb appeal action. So it's I think it's a balance that you got to find, whether y'all want to choose to do something like us or do something on your own. But if you're doing it with yourself or if you have a partner, I think as long as you stay consistent and really work at it, you can do whatever it is you want to make, whether it's car stuff or art or whatever it might be. So I think it's been a cool experience.
Yeah, man. And you said touched on an important thing, balance. I think balance is where you create it. A lot of people have this misconception of balance and is something that you're told that you're supposed to have. When you take a step back and audit your life, you actually have a whole lot more time than you actually realize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just for example, us. Like me, I work out. I haven't missed a workout since we do our curb appeal stuff. Post twice a day, and we also, I don't know if you have it handy, but we made a little power list. Power list meaning like non-negotiables that we're doing on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Posting twice a day is one of them. Another one that we have is like top 5 video ideas.
Yep.
So we're banking up video ideas on a daily basis that we can go back and kind of pull out from to provide some cool stuff for you guys. We got some cool stuff to come, but going back on that, you actually have a whole lot more time than you realize when you kind of put that aside and just worry about like following the plan versus kind of floating through life, hoping things fall in your lap. And that's just not how it happens. Yeah. You have to go after it.
Yeah, it's hard to navigate where you're going without a map or directions, So a lot of the little tasks add up to creating, what you want to, manifest.
Yeah, and it's right there. Like if you have it written down, I don't know about you personally. I know you're a paper guy. I put it on my phone in my reminders, and like I do it as like a check off list thing. If I'm ever feeling lost or unsure about like what the next step is, or if I'm ever getting in that kind of like low frequency, kind of floating kind of state, I could pull up my phone and just like a map, I can go over there and get back on the right track to where I need to go, look at what I need to do, plan out my day accordingly, maybe the night before, that morning. So that way that every day that goes by, I don't miss out on that opportunity to maintain that momentum that I have.
Yeah, that's a gem right there. And what one thing I do, and this is something I've done since probably I was about 18, but set your alarm in the morning, change the memo to either like have a great day or I have everything I need or something super positive. So as soon as you wake up, that's the first thing in your mind. Whether you read the whole thing or not, your eyes are going to scan it and it's going to be in your mind.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never thought of it. I've never done that.
Yeah. Or like I have in my room next to my bed, I call it a wealth deck, but it's basically a box full of note cards and, achievements that you've already had, goals that you do have, things that you want to accomplish, and, affirmation kind of stylized quotes or things to get you motivated, which read before bed or when you wake up. But when you get in those those kind of funks, especially with sales and trying to make stuff out of nothing, you have a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes you're putting in all this work and you might post a video and it gets like 40 views and you're like, man, I thought that was a banger. Or you take a 30-second clip of a car that just arrived and you post it with nothing and it blows up in like an hour. So it's just being consistent and staying
kind
on
of
top
everywhere.
of it.
Yeah, the videos that we think that will do the best never end up actually doing better than the ones that we
It's
don't think.
surprising.
It's like a really weird kind of thing.
Some of the ones that we spent the least amount of time on do the best, and then vice
Maybe
versa.
because they're more natural. People like maybe you guys like the more raw content versus like the more like thought out perfectionist kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, we're still trying to figure things out, but we appreciate you guys supporting us and watching us
And well, for the people that view this on the internet, comment below or find our email in the description and send us any crazy stories that you might have, car related or sales related, car business, and we can with your permission we'll retell them here and shout you out, or comment below also too what you might want to see as far as video ideas.
Did you say retell them here?
Retell, like retell the story.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, dang, bro, come on, man, taking a trade in, you flipping it right here on the spot, right here on the podcast,
we'll put a paywall up, $20 to watch this story or listen to this audio.
Pay me to read your stuff, please.
But
people are paying for weirder things out there.
Oh gosh, that's true.
Yeah, so I feel like
But that merch ideas. If you guys got cool photos of your cars, send us your PNG files to the email we'll put in the description. We'll edit them into merchandise with again with y'all's permission. But feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear some feedback.
And if you're a car salesman, man, tell me how that month of May was. Come on, how many cars did you sell?
Yeah.
How many? Like, dude, let us know. We want to know. We had a good month. We want to know how y'all's month was. What kind of like trials and tribulations you faced, and what you did to solve them, or you had some crazy deals that occurred that you want to share with us. Feel free. Drop it down in the comments below.
Yeah, and if y'all are interested in connecting more with us, we have a Facebook group we'll be working on, Curb Appeal Car Club. So any car enthusiasts plan for future meetups, events, or mountain drives or whatever it may be. But feel free to join that. We'll put the link in the description of this as well. And if y'all would be interested in like a Discord chat or something like that, we could probably set that up as well. But we'd love to connect with some of y'all that are in the same business or in sales or just enjoying the videos and may have ideas for us for y'all.
Absolutely, dude. So tell me how your last day of the month was.
My last day of the month was all right. I was the first person there until like I think probably you showed up. It was maybe 9:30, so I was alone at the dealership for like about an hour, and really not much going on as far as like leads. For y'all that are familiar with like KBB, when y'all put your info in, it sends it to dealerships that are connected with that system. And when I had got there was like 10 what's called instant cash offer leads. People just either wanting to sell their car or potentially trade it in. Most of the time, though, it's people just getting a value for their car when they come in from that source.
Absolutely lovely.
So it wasn't what you would call a bottom of the funnel type lead where they're closer in the process to buying. So I didn't really engage too much with those. I had a customer request a Mustang off one of my Facebook Marketplace listings. And some of y'all that are in the car business and know how people can be on Facebook Marketplace, it was kind of hard to deal with somebody that didn't have any money down, no credit history, no cosign or any type deal, wanting to buy like a $40,000 Mustang.
How old was he?
I didn't even get in. I didn't even get that far, but it seemed from his profile picture he was a teenager. It looked like so. It
So did you get a credit app and everything?
did not get a credit out.
Oh,
Did not get that far.
Oh.
It wasn't.
there was somebody in the finance office who put in a credit app for a Mustang. He was 19
Gosh, like while
or 18.
while he was at the.
I don't know. I was just in the office, so
Okay, understand.
I kind of overheard it.
Yeah, but that was my morning yesterday, and then while I was there, one of our coworkers, he had been, I guess he had moved here from Pennsylvania or something, and he's riding dirty in his car with no registration, no tag, nothing as far as anything to prove ownership of the car or that it's registered. And I'm pretty sure it didn't even have insurance. And in Georgia, you have to have at least, I believe, liability insurance. Otherwise, you can even get a ticket or.
Ah, dude,
fine
it's
for
just a
that.
suggestion, bro. You
But-
don't need that.
But because of all of that mischief, the gentleman had his car impounded and couldn't make it to work to meet with his customer that he had located a car for. So
A tragedy.
because of that, he lost half a deal because the managers, I was the only one there, grabbed me to set up the car, get the customer in, set the appointment, paperwork, all that stuff. And I ended up staying till about almost 8:30, finishing up, waiting for the customer, make sure they came out of finance, the deal was done, and everything. And then went on home and enjoyed the rest of my evening.
8:30 p.m. Right?
8:30 p.m. Yes.
Yeah. Man,
How was your last day? Well, for Phil, he had a crazy last day. You can tell him about it.
5 cars sold. So my day started off with taking a phone up, getting a deposit over the phone from out-of-state customer, and then in between there was kind of prepping for customers that I had
It's
coming in,
scheduled later.
later to come in.
What you
and
call deliveries in the car
yeah,
business.
and then about 3 o'clock about 12, 1 o'clock I ate lunch, and then about 3 o'clock had another customer come in, and then I sold him a CX-5, and
Very
then
nice.
was able to locate the car, do a dealer trade, whatever. And then the madness started hitting when everybody instead of showing up at their scheduled times, they confirmed with me that they were going to show up, and then they show up all at the same time.
Yeah, I had known about somewhat of his schedule, and I had greeted one of his customers, and I already knew this was like the first guy that was supposed to show up. I met him at the door, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm early by like half an hour or so, but I'm here to meet with Phil to pick up my car." And I was like, "Oh crap!" Like I knew he was gonna be on a mission. Soon as that first one, I already know these other people are gonna be showing up early or late, but it was like one after the other within about 10, 15 minutes of each other.
Yeah.
Of
course, like on the last day of the month, none of them can go like as smooth as you want.
No.
You know? Of course, they're gonna have like some issues,
So
and it's just not like all sunshine and rainbows. Let me close these deals, get it done, and then just wrap it up for the day. Of course not. See, that would just be too simple.
And not all of them had like all the paperwork done either, so you had to sit with people, and organize all that at the same time. Still be trying to keep everybody happy and efficient. But by the time this man had everything done, the whole freaking lounge in the store is filled with all of his customers, which is good for you. But it is can be a headache or kind of anxiety inducing when you're juggling all these people.
Yeah, I had the first customer. He was there to pick up his car, and we were he was just having issues about a deal that we already kind of worked out and going back and forth on. Long story short, that was a long ordeal. So then, as they were thinking about that, I grabbed the other guy, had him send him out on the test drive for the car. And he was good. He was a cool dude. Signed him up, and then finance office signed him up as well.
Everybody happy.
Yeah, and then the third guy was there as well, which I had all his stuff done except for finance told me that his payment's going to be $112 higher
Yeah.
than what he agreed to. So walk out there and reclose him on the payment, thankfully. And yeah, so then he did that, and then we're doing the deliveries. And at least where you work for a Mazda store, connected services is something that is vital for your stores,
which is like the
corporate health.
It's our Mazda application.
So Mazda application, like some of the benefits are, start the car from your phone, unlock the doors,
Track status,
things like that. The CX-90 that I sold paired up no problem. The Mazda 3.
So actually, this is the gentleman.
I had two Mazda 3s. One of them, I finally, because I couldn't, I exerted every possible option of like trying to pair up the connected services, resetting the car, turning the car on and off, doing it on the ignition position. Service is closed, by the way.
It's like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, doing the phone, deleting and doing the app, re-registering. I exerted all the options, right? And then I finally get it to work. And this is after I called over for some help from a manager of mine. And he's over there. He's trying to help as well. He asked the customer to pop the hood, and I finally get it paired. And then as it's pairing, he pulls the fuse out, and the check engine light comes on. Yes, and I still got two customers inside, and now I have a customer outside
with an issue. Yeah.
With
the car they just bought.
Brand new car, check engine light is on, and it's not going on.
Yeah, and even if it's something small like a fuse, when it sets that light off, it has to go through a cycle to reset it. And
which takes time,
and especially,
but customers don't want to hear that it takes time. Yeah. In their mind, they're buying a car. They just spent all this money,
30 grand,
30, 40 grand, and they're looking at a check engine light.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not leaving until it's fixed. Yeah,
just wanting to pair an app. Yeah. So there's that. And long story short, I phone up the service manager, and he walks me through what to do, and I actually I'm pretty handy, so I did it myself.
Yep. Pulled out the tool bag,
and did a little kind of thing.
No extra charge.
No extra charge. Got it solved. Boom. Customer's on his way. He's happy.
On to the next one.
On to the next one, right? And then by that time, the other customers that we're still talking about it, they want to re-go over everything. They finally decided they're going to move forward, so we got them in the office. Okay, no problem. And then both of them, unfortunately, come out of the finance office at the exact same time.
Dang.
And I got to do two deliveries. And I called Jackson over here to help me out with one of my connected services. And it's not pairing up again. No, I don't know what it was.
Set the app up for him, did all the connections. And
so as he's stalling for me, I'm going through my whole delivery with my other customer, and I got them done happy. Surprisingly, everybody gave me good reviews. Everybody was,
awesome.
Everybody was happy. And then Jackson was like, "Look, he's just gonna come back. And, we can't figure it out. This, that, and the other." I said, "No, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out."
So what I saw when I came back out the last time, I saw you with the hood open. Did a full reset on the car again?
No, I didn't even do that, man. I literally I went in there and I replaced the fuse, but with the car off. You should never take the fuse out with the car on.
Yeah.
Because that check engine light might come on.
Yeah, and there's power going through it at the same time.
So I mean, you risk burning the fuse as well. Yes. So anyways, did that, fired up.
Nice.
No problem. Customer left. Happy as it was.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Very nice. So then it's about this time. It's about 8:30. You're about to leave.
I'm in the car. Yeah.
You're in the car. You're getting ready to leave. All my customers are gone, and then I've got 3 trade-ins to stock in and park in the back. So I'm stuck there doing that. And of course, when I go to do the paperwork, trade-in paperwork to print out nice and typed, because it didn't come out, the CRM doesn't default to it typed like it's supposed to.
Printer out of paper.
So you have to go back in there and manually adjust it, get it all that out, and then guess what?
Print out of paper.
iPad's not printing.
Oh damn.
Just one more thing to add to the list, right?
God.
Anyways, about 9:30, I get out of there, and about 10 o'clock, I got home.
Last day of the month in the car business. That's a good one too.
Yeah, that was. If that's not the definition of the last day of the month in the car business, I just don't know what is.
Well, we had a good month both in sales and with our channel and media.
Overall,
yeah,
health, channel, sales, money,
doing pretty good on
in
life in general. So. we appreciate everybody watching. This is our month in review podcast, the first one, and make sure to subscribe so you're here for the next one.
Come on.
Alrighty, see you.